Hello. Oops, I always do this. La 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 la. Hey, everybody.
Hey guys.
Welcome. You got your masks? Are you wearing your masks? You can take them off now if you're socially distanced. We want to thank. We got new masks. This came from our friend David Cambest in Sunrise, Florida.
This is from
Dan and Tracy in Boulder.
Colorado. It's beautiful. It's got like a Native American
Colorado
pattern on it and stuff. Coloradan.
And they also sent me this gorgeous hummingbird Native American made barrette. Isn't that great? And the weird thing is, since we moved out to my sister's, there are hummingbirds everywhere. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd see one or two maybe in my entire childhood. They have wars on the porch. It's kind of cool.
They're feisty little.
They are, and they have a little. I never knew they had a song. Cheep cheep cheep.
You know that song by Hummingbird Don't Fly with Seals and Cross.
Oh yeah, we're not going to do that one today. Well, we got so many great requests coming in, and we're going to do a bunch of them. Yeah, and we got people from all over. Stockholm in the house, Lacanau, France, San Francisco, Michigan, Cape Cod, New Hampshire. So welcome everybody from around the world. And we're going to kick it off. We're going to send this one out to a couple people asked for this. Lissa Fassett asked for this, and I know my homie Carol LeBlanc is in the house. She asked for this actually, I think a couple weeks ago. So we're going to handle a couple requests all at once. This is a great classic Marshall Crenshaw song.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Everybody dance. Well, I'm going out looking for a cynical girl who's got no use for the real world. I'm looking for a cynical girl. Well, I hate TV. There's gotta be somebody other than me who's ready to write it off immediately. I'm looking for a cynical girl. And I know right away by the look in her eyes, she harbors no illusions and she's worldly wise. And I know when I give her a listen, she's what I've been missing. I've been lost in love, having some fun with my cynical girl, having no use for the real world. I'm looking for a cynical girl. I'm going out looking for a cynical girl who's got no use for the real world. I'm looking for a cynical girl. And I know right away by the look in her eyes, she harbors no illusions and she's worldly wise. And I know when I give her a listen, she's what I've been missing. What I've been missing, I've been lost in love, having some fun with my cynical girl, having no use for the real world. I'm looking for a cynical girl. Yeah, I'm looking for a cynical girl. Okay, now I'm looking for a cynical girl. Buddy Holly ending.
Buddy Holly ending.
Yet again, well, that's a great way to start with the Buddy Holly and a great Marshall Crenshaw song, who actually
Marshall
played
Buddy
Holly in the La Bamba movie. Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yep.
it's all coming together. We got great requests coming in, and this is a song. A couple of people asked for this, and we were talking about it. This is a song that we wrote. We were living in Virginia. I remember we got this big volume of New Yorker poetry. It was like that thick, and it was bright yellow. And we had we were living in a townhouse. We had a third floor balcony. And I remember I was up there one morning reading, and I read this poem. Should I tell a little bit about the poem?
Yeah.
I'll quote the poem for you. I won't quote the whole poem, but it was a poem by a writer I'd never heard of before, by the name of John Malcolm Brennan. And he was painting this beautiful scene.
And we lived right near this little harbor.
Yeah, and and you could walk through the woods and get to the lake, and there were always canoes that were...
Stuff, yeah.
And it just was so beautiful. I was reading it in the morning upstairs, eating my strawberries, and I started to weep. It was so pretty. So I came running down the stairs. I said, Pete, you got to hear this. And I'll read you just a little snippet in the middle by John Malcolm Brennan. And he says, "Another hill town, another dry Cinzano in the sun. I couldn't sleep in that enormous echo. Silence and water music, sickly street lamps neither on nor off. A night of islands and forgotten languages. Yet morning, marvelously frank, comes up with bells, with loaves, with letters distributed like gifts. We used to play that song sometimes when we would open for Nancy Griffith in the later. We used to play with her way early on, and then we reconnected with her, and we used to sing that song. She loved it, and she would sing a harmony sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of her favorites. We'll send that out to Nancy
too. And also to Jennifer asked for that, and a few other folks were talking about it.
There's a lot of little references in there.
there.
Slanted Light in Afternoon.
That's an Emily Dickinson thing.
And the bridge, I have no fear, I shed no tears, now I'm free. That's a weird one. That's the inscription on Nikos Kazantzakis' gravestone.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
Because he caught a lot of grief from his writing, like Last Temptation of Christ and Zorba the Greek. And so when he, on his gravestone, he wrote, "Now I'm free."
Ah, good. All right.
Literary moment for the day.
I like giving this little, Teresa, you're welcome for quoting that poem. I like to give a little insight sometimes, since we all feel like we're such a community here. It feels like you're real close. Like we're all just hanging out in the living room. So we can talk about music, not just play it.
Stuff.
We're going to play a song that Joanne Corsano has been asking for weeks, and I've been kind of bugging Pete to play it too because I love this song so much, and it's from his Heart of Gotham album, which is a great album of all songs about New York City. Love songs to New York, really.
Yeah, and this song The title might be a little deceptive. It's called People Like Me, and it doesn't mean people are fond of me. It means people who are similar to me. And it's about being an outsider and then discovering that there were other outsiders.
Yeah.
And so you're actually in a group. It's a
That's
group
what we
of
are.
Outsiders.
We're a group of ours.
That's who all of us are right here. Only we'd be insiders because we're all sequestered.
Inside.
But I kind of wrote this in response to a song by our friend Josiah Longo
Yeah.
from the Slambovian Circus of Dreams. He wrote that great song called We Never Fit In Anyway.
Yeah.
That celebrated being an outsider and meeting other outsiders. And I think that's what this song, sometimes you write a song as a response to someone else's song.
Absolutely.
And that's when it's, so we're going to send this one out to Josiah.
And to Joanne.
And
all
to,
the J's.
And to Tink and all the Slambovians.
Yeah.
It's called People Like Me.
People like me are really so rare. There's more of us than one might guess. People like me live their lives on a dare, 'cause the world is one big yes. People don't like it when we sleep in the park. And hustlers, I've known a few. They probably thought I was an easy mark. They only knew. People like me try to rise above, try to tell the false from the true. People like me tend to fall in love with people a lot like you. People like me, people like me. People like me tend to sleep till noon, stay out till 2 a.m. Wake up whistling a cold porter tune and do it all over again. People don't like it if we act too wise, if our hair's too short or too long. They think we're a threat to their cozy lives, and who am I to say they're wrong? People like me try to rise above, try to tell the false from the true. People like me tend to fall in love with people a lot like you. People like me, people like me. People like me, people like me.
That's the rock and roll ending.
The rock and roll
You do
ending.
that drum roll thing.
Let's see what we got. So we're going to check in on
Thank
the
you.
notes
That's
there. Oh, we got all kinds of people down south tuning in. Myrtle Beach,
Wow.
North Carolina. Hummingbirds are going nuts in Massachusetts, they say. Yeah, they are.
Hummingbirds are taking it's like the birds, the movie, except it's all hummingbirds. They're going to take over.
Yes, we did recreate the Kennedy's stage at my sister's home. All you need is a blank wall and then all your stuff that you hang on it. And we've got our lights. You can tell we have a
Last week we had the
bright
beach
light.
party set, but we're
Yeah. We're gonna. I think we should do an Oktoberfest later on in October, and we'll do it outside because we have a really nice view here. But got to tune up that the mandolin. It's got 8 strings, 2 more than a guitar. So we're gonna do this song for we're doing Angel Fire, right?
yeah.
Tina Ray asked for Angel Fire, and some other folks did too. So we're going to do this one. This is a song that we wrote, years ago, probably 20 years ago. We were on the road, and we were coming down Cimarron Canyon, down to Angel Fire.
We had come through Colorado and we're going into New Mexico.
We decided to
across
take
Cimarron Canyon.
what looked like the more direct road It was like diagonal from Colorado down into New Mexico.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Rather than
Absolutely.
the highways. We thought it would be a shortcut, and it was actually a lot longer because we were winding through the mountains, but it was a gorgeous trip. And when we got to the Cimarron Canyon, now this was in the summer, but it was all snowy up there. And as we wound our way down the canyon, I remember just my breath was taken away because we turned this final corner coming into Angel Fire, and there was this beautiful lake in front of us. But the way that the canyon was situated, it looked like the lake was tilted. Yeah. I've never seen an illusion like that before, and it knocked me over. But we wrote the song after that.
Also out there, we visited Laguna Pueblo, Native American town just west of Albuquerque. And the people were so kind. They were just so kind to us. And we just had a beautiful day. And if you look at the town from the highway, it looks just like an Italian village.
It
just
does.
like you feel like you're in Amalfi or something. And we just have such great memories of that part of the country.
So we tried to paint that picture for you in song. This is Angel Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whitewashed mission stands at the top of the hill, and the houses pour down like a runaway milk, flows when a clay jug spills. Down in the canyon, the river runs deep, rolls to the ends of time, slicing red rock with a carving blade, like a flood down a silver mine.
me right back there.
I know.
You know, when you write a song about a place and a time, it just puts
yeah. I love driving out in the desert.
I know.
I know some people don't like that, but I love it. I love just getting out there with just like the hills around, no other cars or anything, and you just cruise.
And sometimes when you're out in the desert, you see a storm, like whole storms far away. You can see the entire pocket of a thunderstorm out there. It's pretty amazing. We did a song, Bells and Loaves and Letters, that mentioned the mail.
The mail, the letters.
This next song is we're gonna dedicate this to the United States Postal Service and Mr. Zip. Remember Mr. Zip? He's the little postman who recommended that you use your zip code back when you needed to be reminded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
But this is for our beloved Postal Service. Ready, Pete? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm a going home. My baby wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone. I'm a going home. My baby wrote me a letter. She wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, Mr. Kid, you see I got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a going home. My baby wrote me a letter. Well, she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, Mr. Kid, you see I got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm going home. My baby wrote me a letter. My baby wrote me a letter.
Yeah, that's for the Postal
For the Postal Service. Written by Alex Chilton. That was the Box Tops did that. And Joanne Corsano, we heard that name again. She asked for this song today, which I wrote about Alex Chilton. I actually wrote about two people. But right when Alex Chilton died, we were, I think we were still living on 9th Street.
He was.
Or were we living on St. Mark's at that time? We were in the same neighborhood, always in the same neighborhood.
And if you're not familiar with Alex Chilton, the Box Tops was really Alex Chilton when he was a teenager.
Like 17. He wrote that song when he was 17 years old.
Yeah, he wrote the letter, and he also did Cry Like a Baby.
Yeah.
He had a couple of hits, but then he got together with another Memphis kid named Chris Bell, and they started a great band called Big Star, which was more of a kind of a rockin' band.
So many people say that they were more influential, or as influential as the Beatles were, like REM and bands like that. Love the Box Tops.
Okay. And
I'm not saying you were.
So you named this song after the second band.
This was for Big Star. When Alex Chilton died, I remember just filling my iPad and just walking up and down the neighborhood, listening and feeling melancholy, and also thinking back 8 years earlier we had lost Dave Carter, and I was thinking about him too when I wrote the song. It's called Big Star Song. 2, 3, 4.
Heard the news, Alex Chilton's gone into the blue. Yes, time was up and he just flew. Just like you. Now we stumble along 2nd Avenue with all those songs in my headphones, and I'm missing you. Alex Chilton too. And when I just need to cradle my broken heart, I'm at the kitchen table with a chord chart. I take the words and the music and
ending sounds like when my baby.
That's what I did. I put that in there on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, it was Thursday was Dave Carter's birthday. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Well,
I'll have to do a Dave Carter song. Maybe.
why don't you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Let's do a Dave
Let's
Carter
do it.
song right now. This is one that who's been asking for this one? I can't remember. Don Lindquist has been asking for this song, and this is a really hard song. It's a really hard song to play. You know, Dave was brilliant, and he did write works of art, and they're hard to play, those works of art. But this is such a great song, and there's 4 verses. In each verse, the chorus is sung by the entity in that verse.
And the song traces
Evolution.
the creation of the earth all the way up till now.
Yeah.
How do you do that in 4 verses? You gotta be
Brilliant.
Dave Carter to do that.
So, if you don't know Dave Carter, we talk about him. We've done a number of his songs, but if you don't know his music, just dig this one and you'll want to run out and get everything he ever recorded. We lost him about, I think it was 18 years ago now. 18 years. Yeah. He was a good friend, and it just doesn't seem like it's that long. I guess the really vibrant people in your lives never die.
Yeah,
Right,
and especially if they left songs like these.
Yeah.
It's we kind of bring them back when we do this.
This is The Gentle Arms of Eden. 2, 3, 4. On a sleepy, endless ocean, when the world lay in a dream, there was rhythm in the splash and roll, but not a voice to sing. So the moon shone on the breakers, and the morning warmed the waves, till a single cell did jump and hum for joy, as though to say, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then the day shone bright and rounder, and the one turned into 2, and the 2 into 10,000 things, and old things into new. And on some virgin beach head one lonesome critter crawled, and he looked about and shouted out in his most astonished drawl, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Oh, I'll play a solo repeat. Ground was carpet green, and the weary children of the woods went dancing in between. And the people sang rejoicing when the fields were glad with grain, and the song of celebration from their cities on the plain. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Now there's smoke across the harbor, and there's factories on the shore, and the world is ill with greed and will and enterprise of war. But I will lay my burdens in the cradle of your grace, and the shining beaches of your love, and the sea of your embrace. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden.
Man, Dave Carter songs.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
When you sing one, you feel like you're like delivering a message that people need.
They need it.
You know? It's not coming from us, it's coming through us. And maybe to Dave, he felt like it was coming through him too, but he certainly put it, he was such a craftsman too with the way he put the songs together.
Yeah. You know,
it's perfection. It really is.
We're going to honor a request a song. This is another song we've never done before, and it's another song about a goddess.
It is, the Roman goddess of love and desire.
Well, first of all, though, we want to tell you about this guy, Joshua, who is in our chat room every week, and he has this series, 3 times a week. He does a 5-minute video blog called The Old Man Speaks. And if you Google on YouTube, The Old Man Speaks number 34, he talks about this show, and he talks about the community here, and how everybody is so supportive of each other. You know, whenever anyone has a loss and they mention it in our chat room, everybody is so warm and comforting. Or when somebody has something good, like a birth of a baby, like our friends in North Carolina, and people are congratulatory. And Joshua told us that he listens in Baltimore, and his daughter listens in Tucson, and so they have this bonding thing. And he also met a new friend in our community. It's a community we have here.
Yeah.
So
that's a good thing.
So we thank Joshua for
I love
for
that he asked
requesting
for
this
this song too.
It's another tough one, but I'm going to be so happy to sing this song.
We were in Pompeii around this time last year, and we went around to various buildings that are still existing, and there was one, they're dedicated, they're temples to different gods and goddesses and stuff like that. There was one building that was dedicated to Venus, the goddess of love, and I won't go into detail about what kind of business that building was, but it was dedicated to Venus, the goddess.
The beds didn't look that comfortable. They're made of rock.
And we also want to send this out to Ricky 12-string because it was done by the great Swedish band Shocking Blue.
Everybody dance again. Woo! fun ever.
I love that song. I've always loved
That's
that
a great
record.
recommendation,
That's a great-
Joshua.
that was a
Thanks
great
for that
one.
one. That was fun. I love getting. Sometimes the requests are so out there, and I think we could never do that song, and I'm like, well, let's try it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do
That's
it.
great. It's about a Roman goddess, too.
I know. Well, thank you all. Thank you. Way to go, Pete. Lisa had her 40. Lisa, I know you were dancing. Lisa Roth was dancing
yeah.
in her groovy clothes.
It doesn't take much to get Lisa dancing, I'll tell you that.
All right, this is one that Wayne Rogers out in San Francisco and Frank Harchie in Ohio both have requested this one.
I'm so glad we're doing this one. Not too many people have heard our version, unless, I shouldn't say that, whoever has that Buffalo Springfield compilation.
No, well, we have it on our, I think we have it on our, I've got our stack of records here. It's on our Songs of the Open Road album.
Which is a lot of
have
our
props.
favorite road music.
Yes.
I love this. I went to with my sister Chris to see the Beach Boys back in the '60s, and the opening act. We wanted to see the Beach Boys. We really also wanted to see the opening act, Buffalo Springfield. They were so great live. They had the guitar jamming, and they had the great harmonies, and they had the fantastic songwriting, especially of Stephen Stills. And one of the things he does so great is write pop songs with the Latin kind of groove. And this one's got the Brazilian bossa nova thing going on. And it's called Pretty Girl Wild.
2, 3, 4.
Like the ghost of someone dear, she comes to haunt me in my sleep. Still unable to sincerely give her heart away for peace. Pretty girl, why? Pretty girl, why not love me? Pretty girl, why? Pretty girl, why? And she leaves me twice as lonely as I was but yesterday, keeping such a hold upon my thoughts, so near yet far away. Pretty girl, why? Pretty girl, why not love me? Pretty girl, why? Pretty girl, why? The minstrel boy has gone to war, now burdened with his father's sword. Still she doesn't see how she can give him peace amidst the war. Pretty girl, why? Pretty girl, why not love me? Pretty girl, why? Pretty girl, why?
Groovy.
Really
I feel like I'm
groovy.
back on the beach with the girl from Ipanema, who we visited last week. Right?
Yeah, I love doing that bossa nova stuff.
Yeah.
It just got such a great kind of summertime groove to it.
Bad weather, you say? It's not bad weather if it's raining. It's just you gotta
If
have
you're
rain.
a plant, it's good.
Is that a song, Bad Weather? But it's raining today, which is fine with us because we're inside.
Yeah.
And Mark Wall asked for this song. And this is a song that it's on our Stand album, right?
Yeah.
We were reading a lot of Joseph Campbell at that time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
very influenced by that.
We were looking at rain in a different way, because we were looking at, water is like the stuff
Source of
life. And yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
in Gentle Arms of Eden, it starts with water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The song, it's kind of a meditation, but it's a pop rock song
Pop
too.
meditation.
Yeah.
This is for Mark, right? Mark Wall, and this is called Raindrop. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ocean wave, foamy spray, drift to a cloud on a windy day. Rainy hills, green terrain, drop from a spout into a pail of rain. If my soul is a raindrop, I will return to the sea. If the ocean is timelessness, let it wash over me. Rocking gently on the tide, whispering water creature deep inside. Cry of life, creation born, up from the ocean, a mammal born. If my soul is a raindrop, I will return to the sea. If the ocean is timelessness, let it wash over me. Every drop of rain that falls answers a quiet, eternal call. Every soul, without a sound, falls from a lotus on a silent pond. If my soul is a raindrop, I will return to the sea. If the ocean is timelessness, let it wash over me. If my soul is a raindrop, I will return to the sea. If the ocean is timelessness, let it wash over me. Love that. I love that.
I forgot the words to one of the lines, and I just chanted some Latin from when I was an altar boy.
That works.
And it worked, yeah.
Totally works. Latin or Sanskrit.
Ecumenical.
Latin, Sanskrit, English. It's all good.
While we're in this kind of meditation
Yeah.
mood, one of all musicians look up to this fellow named John Coltrane, who was from High Point, North Carolina, a place where if you grew up as an African American, you would get a job as a laborer at the furniture factory. And but he didn't do that. His mom brought him up to Philadelphia, and he took music lessons, and he was brilliant. And he played at the Apollo Theater in the band, played rhythm and blues, and played bebop like the other jazz musicians at the time. But he was a visionary, and he was reading constantly all the time. And when Ravi Shankar would visit New York, John Coltrane would go to his hotel room without, and neither of them had instruments. And he would just be mentored by Ravi Shankar.
Wow.
Ravi Shankar would talk to him about the depth of music and how to dive deeper and deeper into it, and music as sort of a meditation. And it had a great effect on Coltrane's music. And I'm going to play one of the tunes that he wrote that I think reflects that influence of Indian music, not only the technique, but the approach to it.
And this is going to be on your Sitar Meditations album, if that ever comes out.
Yeah. We're going to do this.
This is for Ilse and Martin. They asked for this song.
Yeah.
In the Midlands of England.
John Coltrane named this after his daughter. It's called Naima.
Beautiful. And Jennifer Lennox says, Pete, you are the Yoda of stringed instruments. Thank you, he does. That's Yoda syntax there.
Is that a description of my physical appearance, or
We'll leave that to our viewers to say.
I
Pete
think
the man.
it is very meditative to
It is.
Sit and play an instrument. And
You
you
know what
get
else?
to do it for an audience too
Yeah.
at the same time.
You know what else
it's
is
the best.
meditative?
What?
Dancing is
Ah.
meditative. And we're winding down. We've got about 2 songs to do. But a few people have asked for this song. Quite a few. Harriet Eisner asked for this, and Jack Eppington asked for this today. And so we're going to have you all, get up out of your seats if you're not already and dance to this one. This is a song that we wrote. It's kind of an ecological song, ecologically minded song that's a little tongue-in-cheek as well.
Because it's actually sung by a science denier, right?
It's sung by a denier.
They're like, go ahead.
No, it's not even a denier. They're just saying, well, everything's disposable. We can just move our garbage somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's people who want
That's
to
the irony of it.
go out to, conquer Mars so that we can destroy that planet too. So this is for all you, I know we have no climate deniers in our audience. I know that's a fact. So get up and dance. Yeah. We got trash in the street, can't get enough to eat. Gotta get away soon. The end is near and the time is here for dancing on the moon. Oh well, I didn't do it, I was born into it. You didn't clean your room. Well, you didn't mean it, but you never redeem it when you're dancing on the moon. Oh, it doesn't matter if there's no air. It isn't all about the atmosphere. Planet Earth really boxed me in. Learn how to live without oxygen. What's so funny? Woo! Now listen, I don't care if the landscape there is nothing but a barren dune. 'Cause it's a garbage can and we can fill it again while we're dancing on the moon. Oh, it doesn't matter if there's no air. It isn't all about the atmosphere. Planet Earth really boxed me in.
rider. Well, it doesn't matter if there's no air. It isn't all about the atmosphere. Planet Earth really box me in. Learn how to live without oxygen. We don't need that.
Some good dancing going on out there.
That is funny. You know, we could do one more song as our theme song, or we could do two more and run a little over. I want to do the song.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
There's a song that we recorded with Richard Barone. I recorded a duet with him on a record he did of all songs, Greenwich Village songs. And since we're feeling misty about Greenwich Village, we had to leave Greenwich Village. We want to do the song for all our neighbors who are still there. And beautiful.
This is, I didn't know this song by Simon and Garfunkel.
It's a very early
until
song.
Just a couple of years ago.
And then we will all play our theme song together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fog's rolling in off the East River bank like a shroud. It covers Bleecker Street, fills the alleys where men sleep, hides the shepherd from the sheep. Voices leaking from a sad cafe, smiling faces try to understand. I saw a shadow touch a shadow's hand on Bleecker Street. Poet reads his crooked rhymes. Holy, holy is his sacrament. $30 pays your rent on Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street. I heard a church bell softly chime in a melody sustaining. It's a long road to Canaan on Bleecker Street. It's a long road to Canaan on Bleecker Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To our beloved
For
village.
all our friends in the village.
You know what I forgot to do? I haven't mentioned our tip jar yet. This is how we're
Yeah.
making the bills solely. So if you are able to tip us, we provide tip jars at paypal.me/thekennedysmusic or at venmo.com /the_Kennedys. Or you can send us a check if you want to our P.O. Box. We still go and get our mail. It's P.O. Box 1298, New York, New York, 10276. And of course, you can find all things Kennedys at our website, kennedysmusic.com. And if you have your chord chart, remember in Big Star Song I mentioned, I've got my, I'm at the kitchen table with a chord chart. So we hope you're at your kitchen table or somewhere comfortable with your chord chart. Or if you just want to sing along with us on this. And we send this out to all of the healthcare workers who are...
all the frontline heroes.
They just don't stop. They do not stop.
Yep.
Bless them. Safe until tomorrow, and we'll see you next week. Oh, we didn't mention our theme show for next week.
Ooh, yeah.
We should mention our theme, our special theme.
Mm-hmm.
Are we decided? We have so many theme shows coming up, but you say it because I don't remember which one it is.
I think we should do a tribute to Patsy Cline.
All right, I can do Patsy Cline.
When you were growing up, she was one of your big influences.
Not when I was growing up. I didn't even know about her until I was about 19. And when I heard her, I thought, where have you been all my life, Patsy Cline?
Yeah.
So I love Patsy. We're going to do all Patsy Cline next week.
Her songs, and there's something about her voice and her songs that just goes right straight to the heart. From her heart to your heart.
And if you watch her videos, there's like no effort in her face. She's just like barely opens her mouth in these gorgeous sounds.
We'll do all the ballads, and also she was a great kind of rockabilly singer too. We're going to do some of that stuff that you have not heard, but of course we'll do all the ones that you want to hear too. So next that you want to hear. So next week,
Patsy Cline next week. All right, we'll see you then and sing along with us. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. You watch the fire burn on the hillside. Thought you were safe until the flames were at your door. And later on, the bitter rains brought on a landslide so hard to fight a foe you've never seen before. If we can only keep you safe until tomorrow, I promise you there'll be 10,000 better days. I do believe that you believe the things you thought you heard and saw the also send that out to all the firefighters battling the wildfires out in California, in Southern California. Please stay safe.
We love you all. We'll see you for the Patsy Cline show next.
Yes, and wear your masks
Sunday.
in public, please. You're protecting your
Thank
grandpa,
you, Dave
your
Canvas,
grandma.
for these masks.
Yes, you got the Dave mask now.
I got the Dave one.
Thank you all, everyone. We love you madly, and we will see you next week. All Patsy Cline songs. Yeah. Bye. Stay safe.